Modern art refers to art created roughly between 1867 and 1975 and denotes the style and philosophy of the art produced during that era. Claude Monet's Impression, Sunrise, was the painting that marked the beginning of Impressionism and Modernism. Artists studied the way light changes as they create a landscape or another scene. In Paul Cézanne's A Modern Olympia, the observer sees another example of how modern art abandoned realism and naturalism in sketchy borders between forms. Later in the 20th century, among the movements which flowered in the first decade of the 20th century were Fauvism, Cubism, Expressionism, and Futurism. As the US entered the 1960s, Andy Warhol embodied the plastic nature of popular culture with commercial art. Modern artists experimented with new ways of seeing and with fresh ideas about the nature of materials and functions of art. The changes, philosophy, and politics was based for the influences. That's why the artworks became bolder and expressive. The characteristics of artworks were much like based on scenarios and events, conveying the feelings inside the paintings. Modern pieces reflect change, including technological, social, scientific, and political changes. The artworks are suggestive and expressive. Jackson Pollock painted with the new emotional style and abstract expressionism. Pollock used the paint splatter technique with acrylic to create a vivid abstract composition of white, black, and gray on tan canvas. He was painting in a completely abstract manner. The drip and splash style, for which he is known best, emerged with some abruptness. He was strongly supported by advanced critics, but was also subject to much abuse and sarcasm as the leader of a still little comprehended style. It is an implied motion, which the artwork shows movement through the splatter paints. The lines are used with different directions as the lines are in disorder. There is no negative space, as all of the spaces are consumed by the lines. The color is dark, but the splatter paints and lines are mixed up with white, black, and gray, which made the artwork solid. The principle of this artwork is harmony. Even if the lines have their own directions, all of these show pattern which you see the picture as a whole. The movement was abstract expressionism. The artist used paint splatter technique to create a vivid abstract picture with different colors.
He affixed his canvas to the floor or the wall and poured and dripped his paint from a can. Instead of using brushes, he manipulated it with sticks, trowels, or knives, sometimes obtaining a heavy impasto by an admixture of sand, broken glass, or other foreign matter. He was strongly supported by advanced critics but was also subject to much abuse and sarcasm as the leader of his still little comprehended style. In 1956, Time magazine called him Jack the Dripper. All of the artworks have experimented the new ways of seeing things like in philosophy, scenarios, and changes. All of the paintings had become expressive, realistic to abstract. The artists just want to convey on what they see, feel, and think through painting. Throughout modern art, the observer can reflect on what change is considered by the artist to be important. While this observation is true about many periods, modern art shows a heavy consciousness of change. If you could express the impact of the internet today in a work of art, you would seize upon the concept of modernism.